Hi everybody. Thank you so much, firstly, for the overwhelming response on the last two videos. Now, for this particular video, मैंने अपने पिछले दोनों videos में आपसे एक request किया था कि if you could just suggest some topics which I can talk about. So even though I didn't get quite a few responses on YouTube, I conducted a poll on Instagram on both my writing and personal page. And दोनों पर I got some great responses. So what I did was जो result था उसका I have noted down the result. So in a chronological order I'll be going by in this series wherein I'll be talking about certain topics. So the one that had got the maximum votes was how to increase the reading skills and what all are the books that you have read and what have you learned from all of those. So actually this one was my personal favorite as well. So I'll begin with that. तो जहाँ तक रही बात what how can we increase our reading skills, to be very honest, I might not be the perfect person to ask this because my reading skills are not that great, plus my concentration span is very less. However, there are some of my closest friends who read a lot. There are two of them. So I asked both of them for advices. And I have also I mix them up with whatever things I have done for myself. क्योंकि lockdown से पहले मेरी reading skill used to be like 25, 26 pages per hour, which is very less. So lockdown के वक्त I tried and increase it and it became about like 40 pages an hour, which I know is not very great, but yeah, okay, it was a development. So the conclusion is to not keep it so wide, to narrow it down. The conclusion is to increase your reading skills, anything can be achieved with practice. So you need to practice that, right? For practicing, what you have to do is you have to keep a particular amount of time spare for reading every day. Like you have to assign some time in your day to reading, whether it be half an hour, 1 hour. That time you have to only read. You have to keep all the devices away. You have to kind of sit peacefully without any disturbances around so that you're completely into that book. In that way, you can increase your reading skills by the way of practice. So that is what it is. Apart from that, what both of my friends suggested was that you should be choosing a genre which you like, right? So but this is not something that I necessarily agree to, because a genre that my favorite genre is romantic genre, but I don't think it would be a great decision to only read romantic books. I want to read another other stuff as well. So that is something that they have suggested, but I particularly feel that the only way is to practice in whichever genre you lay your hands upon. You have to develop a liking by yourself. Now, coming to all the books that I have read and what all are the learnings that I have derived from them. So there are quite a few books that I read. So I will start with the ones that have taught me a lot. So the first one is, of course, Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So this one, I feel whoever has read this book has fallen in love with it, with its characters, with its writer, everybody. So this book has taught me a lot. Like, I feel John Green has a way with writing wherein anything and everything that he writes, it can be taken as a learning for life. So if I had to cut down on a few of them, I think the part wherein he says that world is not a wish granting factory, I think that is so well put. Precisely, it's the truth of life that we, even if we get what we want, there'll be some other thing that we'll be wanting or we'll be wishing for, but then again, world is not a wish granting factory. And the other thing which I really liked about it was the concept of some infinities being greater than other infinities. I think it can be, it can be related to relations or relationships in life. That is what I feel. Mainly, what this book taught me was the importance of human relations. We must cherish whatever beautiful relations we have because we never know when they might end. Also, I have always believed this. This is something that my sister once told me, that the problem with our generation is that when we get into a relationship, we are so much into it that we do not even consider the possibility of it ending. So what happens is when it does end, um, we end up being shattered. Like this thing I have seen happening with so many of my friends. So what is important is to always be prepared for a particular relation to end, not think about it, not you should always try and save it, you should try and fix things, but then again, at the back of your mind, it should not be that if it ends, you're suddenly shocked. So what I used to believe was that if you're prepared, it's not going to hurt at all. But what this book taught me was that even if you are prepared, even if you remind yourself a million times that a particular thing is going to get over, the pain would still be there, the hurt would still be there. No matter how hard you try, you're going to be hurt at the end when the relation ends. You can minimize the pain, however, with the preparation. That is what I learned from Fault in Our Stars. Now, the other book which I really which is close to my heart is Everything Everything, because it was the first book that I read. It is by Nicolas Yoon, and because it was the first book, I really don't remember what exactly was in that. Um, I think um, I think I vividly remember that after reading that book, the thought that I had in my mind, I had a feeling of kind of gratitude towards parents. Why? Because I felt that we children believe that it's okay for us to become selfish in our part, even if that means hurting the parents. That's completely okay because we are just immature and all that. But when it comes to our parents, when the tables are turned, we are not ready to accept even one thing when they do something for themselves, which might compromise on something very minimal for us also. So what I remember after this, after reading this book, was that I felt that parents are so selfless that even if they become selfish, it is only to gain the children's love, to keep them close to their hearts. That is what I feel. That is what I remember feeling after reading this book. But I don't really remember a lot of things from this. Now, so the last two books that I really like a lot is The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns. They are a must read for everybody by Khalid Hosseini. They are heavy reads. Fault in Our Stars and everything was light, a little bit like comparatively lighter reads, because end of the day it's a romantic genre. But The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns, these are fictional stories, but they like it's a mixture of fiction and non-fiction, of course, but they are the environment is the real environment. It talks about the wars in Afghanistan and what sort of an impact does it have on the people living there. So I remember I was teary after reading both of these books a lot. The Kite Runner, again, I don't remember as much, but yeah, again, the same thing. It made me so empathetic towards the people who are not as privileged as us to be living in a free country wherein we are allowed to do whatever we want to on a large scale. A Thousand Splendid Suns is a little more closer to my heart because it is necessarily centric to women. And being a feminist, I actually got a lot of perspective after reading that book. What all are the atrocities that women have to face? And we feel um, that women empowerment is not required anymore, feminism is not required anymore. But one must read this book if they want to know what actually goes on the ground level. I remember after reading this book for about a week, I couldn't get over this. I used to look at every woman around me and I used to think, okay, she might be going through something which she's not showing or something like that. So, okay, I won't talk much about feminism because feminism was another topic that came up in that poll and it has got quite a good result. So, I'll be talking about that in some separate video. So, yeah, these were the four books that I really, really like. Apart from this, I have read 5 Feet Apart, which while reading, I got a lot of flashbacks to Fault in Our Stars, so it's not very different, but yeah, it's a beautiful book you must read. Then there is Sun is Also a Star, again by Nicolas Yoon, which is a light read, again romantic genre. Let It Snow, which is a collection of three stories wherein there are universes are different, but in the end the universes meet together. So that is a nice concept. Then there is Looking for Alaska by John Green again, which is a good book. Again, I think it was the second novel that I had read, so I don't remember it all as much. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It's a beautiful book. Everyone must read it. But I have heard a lot of like contrasting views about it. Some people love it. Some people absolutely don't like it. I'm not stuck in dichotomy or binaries. I'm somewhere in the middle, wherein even though I don't relate with the main character as much, but there are again certain things that John Green writes that It's just like I wanted to say that, but I wasn't getting words, so John Green said it for me. Yeah. So, and then there is Life is What You Make It by Preeti Shenoy. You can read it if you want. It's a good book. It introduced me to the concept of bipolar disorder. It made me empathetic towards such people. So yeah, these were the fictional books that I read. Non-fiction, of course, they are meant to teach you certain things. So I wouldn't go on that. I would just say two books that I will recommend everybody to read is Guru Gaur Gopal Das's Life's Amazing Secrets and Shwetab Gangwar's book, The Rudest Book Ever. Now, The Rudest Book Ever uses a little harsh language. So it's because it's almost like somebody's scolding you for not being able to achieve as much as your potential might allow you to. So yeah, that's a book that I recommend everybody. So yeah, that was it for this video. So abhi what I've decided is that there'll be like two sets of videos that will come up. Either I'll recite my own poem, or I'll recite a poem which has already been written, or and I'll explain it what my interpretation of that particular poem is. And the other video that will come up would be on any random topic as this one, wherein I'll just talk about any stuff that is recommended to me. So if you want me to talk about any topic related or not related to literature, you can put it in the comments below. So yeah, and any sort of criticism is welcomed. Thank you so much. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.